What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for Sports. So, stupid ass Gilbert Arenas once again with a terrible take that a lot of people are fighting. All right, it's interesting with all of these guys who are these prognosticators now who love to shit on the old school. And a lot of these dudes is I think they don't even really believe all the way what they're saying. They just today it's all about the hot take. It's the Howard Sternation sports talk. It's not about talking sports in an educated and truthful manner. It's about being outrageous and saying the worst shit or the best shit to get a reaction out of people. It's shot jock. It's just a bunch of Andy Kaufmanism, Howard Sternism, bullshit going on, man. That's all it is. And a lot of these guys, man, look, they either were role players who never got the attention that they felt like they deserved. Now they're in a position where they can get attention. Or these guys were stars who, for whatever reason, injuries or dumbass fucking decisions, fucked their careers up. Now all of a sudden they want to be, looked upon as Bibles of basketball and shit. About Larry Bird not being top 10. I mean, that's news to me because ever since the man stopped playing, which was 30 years ago now, I've always heard from experts, people he played against, people who've been observing the game since the 50s and 60s at that time. They've all said that Larry Bird was the best player in the league or was top two in his prime. Generally, Bird was always looked upon during his prime years, and I would say 79 to 88 before the injuries. Bird was either the best player, second best, or at the very lowest, third best player in the league. He was always in top three. This is why I push back when you say put Steph Curry ahead of him. Because I'm saying based upon what? The only thing you can be basing upon is championships. The number of championships won, which is a very simplistic and ignorant argument in my opinion. Hey, impact on franchise. Larry Bird's first year with the team, they went from 29 wins to 61 wins. All right? 29 wins to 61 wins. I want to see something right quick. I want to see if the Warriors went up 32 wins when Steph Curry got there. They went from 29 wins to 26 wins. They actually went down 3 games in the win column when Steph Curry arrived. As a matter of fact, they didn't start winning until they acquired Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Mark Jackson came over as coach. Harrison Barnes. It wasn't until those guys came over and Steph Curry improved and got healthier that they started becoming a winning team. But Bird was a guy that had instant NBA-ready impact. Rookie of the year his rookie year. Won a championship his second year. Now, I would argue that it looks like Curry's going to have a better ending to his career than Bird did. All right? But then again, Bird's play was physical. He played hard on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Hard-nosed, hustling, banging for rebounds, always falling on the floor, playing hard. Whereas the game today has been tailor made with the rule changes to help a guy like Steph Curry. Whether people want to hear it or not, it's the fucking truth. I'm not lying. The game since 2005, 2006 has been especially catered to help perimeter players, in particular, guys who shoot from outside. So that's not to knock Curry, but Larry Bird in college led Indiana State to the national championship game. That program, that team, after Larry Bird left to go pro, wasn't relevant for another 20 something years. When Bird was in college, he was averaging 30 points, like 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 plus steals, a block. I mean, for 3 consecutive years, Larry Bird was the league MVP, the best player in the league between 1983, I believe, and 1986. That's when the league had prime Magic Johnson himself. Michael Jordan entered the league, George Gervin, Isaiah Thomas, Alex English, Adrian Dantley, Julius Erving, Moses Malone, Rolando Blackman, Dominique Wilkins, James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Artis Gilmore, Akeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson. Oh my God! I mean, I'm not even scratching the surface. Talking about all of the stars over in the NBA at that time, and Larry Bird was the best player in the league. As a matter of fact, some by 1986, 87 were saying that Larry Bird was going to go down as the best player in the history of the league already. I'm not. You really haven't started hearing this Steph Curry is top 10 shit until this year. Matter of fact, last year people were criticizing Steph Curry because he wasn't able to take his team to the playoffs. Remember that? Without Klay Thompson, he couldn't even take his team to the playoffs. Michael Jordan, without Scottie Pippen, was at least taking the team to the playoffs. I know people say, well, Larry Bird had Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish and all of that, but Bird was doing a whole lot of heavy lifting when he was in college. He proved he could take a team of mediocres and take them to a championship team, a championship game. That team he had at Indiana State outside of Bird was mediocre and trash, and he took them to a championship team, a championship game. Magic had superior teammates, which was part of why they was able to focus on Bird and try to shut him down, which they did. But anyway, I just don't know what people are talking about. Then this shit about dinosaur. His game, was like a dinosaur. It was like a dinosaur. It was like a dinosaur. What are you talking about? Larry Bird had a post game. He could shoot from mid range. Look, explain this to me. He says that Larry Bird had a game like a dinosaur, right? Now, somebody explain this to me. I wish I could talk to Gilbert and Arenas and say, look, you say Larry Bird had a dinosaur game, right? Explain to me what Kevin Durant does that's so superior to what Larry Bird did. When I look at them, now I will argue that Durant has a little bit more range than Bird. But then again, we're comparing a guy that played in the 80s and early 90s to a guy that's playing today. When Larry Bird was in his prime, as a matter of fact, Larry Bird's rookie year, he shot 41% from three. The league average, 26%. When Bird was playing, the average was what? 28%, 30% from three. He would shoot 38% from three. The years where he took 2 or more three-point attempts, his three-point percentage went up to 40. So can we just, for just the shit, just for sakes and shits and giggles, say If he was taking 4, 5, 6 threes a game, he'd probably be 41, 42% because he's taking more. So he's been in more rhythm taking that shot. Um, but anyway, getting back to the Kevin Durant thing. They both were really good 3-point shooters. KD is 38%, Bird almost 38%. KD 49 point what 6 7% for his career. Bird 49.6% for his career. KD at 88% career free throw shooter. Bird 88.6%. Both of them were mid range monsters. KD is a little bit more athletic. KD is bigger, but Bird was a far better passer and facilitator. Bird could score with his back to the basket. Bird could score with either hand. Bird could score with either hand with his back to the basket. That's something KD couldn't do and can't do. But Larry Bird is a dinosaur because he wore small shorts, and he wore Converse, and he looks like a relic from the past. So because everybody's so enthralled with how you look rather than how you play, he's a dinosaur. And by the way, let me say something about this dinosaur shit. The only reason why dinosaurs are not roaming the earth, ruling like they were 65 million years ago, is because it took pretty much the strength of 100,000 nuclear weapons to destroy them. That's the force of the meteor. And by the way, some scientists are now saying that the Earth got hit by 2 meteors on that fateful day. It took a cataclysmic event to get rid of the dinosaurs to give us mammals a shot to dominate the world. Wasn't for that, dinosaurs would still be ruling shit, running around eating people. If we evolved to people. So I just get irritated at dinosaur shit. It's just so stupid. It's such a stupid thing to say. Dinosaurs were ruling the planet at the time. We were little small marsupials cowering in fear as the T-Rex, the T-Rex thundered by. We hoping he'll fucking catch our scent or see us. Oh, the dinosaurs. Fuck out of here, you stupid idiot.